Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being on here. We are here to celebrate the launch of these three wonderful gentlemen. And in a moment, we're going to get them to do their introductions. But first things first, before we kick off this call, well, a lot of us are Christians on this call. The three gentlemen doing their launch tonight are Christians, and it is something that they wanted to have a pastor to open up this call tonight. So we are very honored, we are very humble to have Pastor Minister Prudy on this call, which also happens to be one of the celebrants' mother. So Prudy, if you are able to take over the call and open this launch with a lovely prayer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful day and for the opportunity you've given this young man to launch this business. We thank you for the vision. We thank you for their determination. Father, we thank you for the team, the director in training, the sponsor, and the mentors. Father, we thank you for the families that are here to support the friends. Lord, we pray tonight that you lift them up. Father, bless every work of their hands. Let their plans be established. Grant them wisdom to make good decisions. Favor them with good customers, Lord. Let their business grow from strength to strength. For every challenge, Lord, give them the ability, the wisdom to rise above them. Father, I pray that their business will grow not just within, but it will go internationally. That it will be a blessing not only to their family community, but it will be a blessing to many. Father, I pray tonight that you protect them from every discouragement, fear, setback. Fill them with confidence, creativity, and a spirit of perseverance. May they always remember to seek your guidance in every step they take. We pray that the business will be a source of blessing, Lord. Thank you, Holy Spirit. As we commit this meeting into your hands, this launch into your hands today, Father, I also pray for everyone that came to be to support them, that they will not only be um s- um they will not only be audience, but they will be partakers. That as they leave today, they will benefit for coming, Lord. Just I blessed Cynthia today, Lord, that you anoint her lips, that as she explained everything about this business, that it will sink into our hearts and our spirit, that as we take it back, we will come back to testify ourselves. Lord, I cover this whole entire launch with your blood. I surround it with your spirit. And for the three boys, Lord, I cover them with your spirit, your peace, and let your protection be over them. May they never relent, but push forward for your name alone to be glorified. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. That was a wonderful prayer.
Amen.
That was a wonderful prayer. Thank you so, so, so much. My goodness. I was saying amen for my own business. Thank you very much. Thank you so, so
You're
much,
welcome.
Prudy.
Thank you. You're
And
welcome.
it's always such an honor having you to lead our call and lead, the prayer whenever you're available. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks for the
And
privilege.
now, thank you so much, lovely. And now that we have officially opened the launch tonight with a prayer, we are now going to pass on to these gentlemen. Next slide, please. We're going to pass on to these wonderful gentlemen so that they can now let us know the reason they started their businesses. So we're going to start with David. And please, all the friends and families of David, as he's doing his intro, I want to see the comments going. I want to see the congratulations. I want to see the emojis. I need him to feel that his family, his friends are actually here to support him. So over to you, David, to kick off the call with your introduction, why you started your business, what you hope to achieve with your business, and most importantly, how do you want your friends and family to support you tonight and obviously as your business progresses. Over to you, David.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining the Zoom call for the launch, for all of our launches of our independent travel agency businesses. My one is called Roam Plus, and it's going to be part of IntelliTravel, which is an opportunity for better travel and better value for the sake of your enjoyment. I aim to travel myself in the future, and with IntelliTravel, that goal seems to be definite. And I aim to also help other people find better value for their traveling, whether that's through improving their holidays or improving their hotels that they're staying at, up a star or anything like that. And I'm going to hand it over to Dylan now.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to start off by saying thank you to everyone that has joined and came to support me today. Just seeing your names like on the screen really means a lot. It makes me so happy. So yeah, I'm going to keep it short and simple. The reason why I joined really was due to my mom. She's part of the travel business. She's part of the agency, and I remember she came to me and she was like, "Oh, I'm starting this business. I'm joining this agency." And I was like, yeah, nah, this is a scam. I was like, you're definitely going to get scammed. And she was like, don't worry, just join my launch. And I was like, and that's what I'm telling everyone, just join the launch and you'll see the magic unfold. So I joined the launch and I seen Sydney and she was explaining how the business operates and everything. I was like, you know what, let me sign up. So I signed up, I did my trainings, I did everything, I got my account. And like I was comparing like the flights to like other search engines, like the accommodations, and I was like, you know what, I think we hit the nail on the head here. I think this is something. So like and what I like about this business as well is beneficial for like not only me, but like it's a win-win for the consumers as well, my family, like my friends. Because like I'm going to Malta in August with my friends and like all the activities we're going to be doing, that's going to come through me. Like I'm planning that. Because like that's what this business offers. Like activities, events and like everything, which is really good. Because like I always say like I just don't want to be occupational therapist for the rest of my life. I want like another source of income. And I believe this is the best way to do it. So here's to making more money and yeah, all glory to God because at the end of the day, everything comes back to God. So I'm going to pass it to Love now. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I actually love that. I love that you're already using the business. I love that you're already seeing the power of the business and how it's just a win-win. You're going to be going on holiday anyway, so it makes sense to profit off of something that you're going to be doing. And what made me laugh was the fact you actually thought it was a scam. You're not alone. I thought the same as well when I heard of it. A lot of us think the same when we started, but that's the power of knowledge, isn't it? So thank you so much for even showing that because it's relatable. A lot of people are probably thinking that right now. So thank you so much for saying that. And look at all the well done's going around in the chat for yourself and David. So well done to you both. Over to you, Love, for your intro, and then we'll jump straight into the call tonight.
Um, Good evening, everyone. I just want to say thank you as well, first of all, because when people come around like this, it does show that like there's power in numbers. And I can't lie, like Dylan said, at first, when my auntie introduced it to me as well, I was actually like, come on, like this can't be real. Like do you know what I mean? It's another one of those schemes or whatever. But I think seeing the reality from my auntie and actually seeing the results made me like think twice that if she can do this, then I can definitely do this too. So it's a thing where I was a bit nervous, I was a bit overwhelmed at first, but I thought, it's a thing where you just have to take that step. And there's always a famous saying that a journey of 1,000 steps, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. But yeah, so my company is called Love's Lux Voyages, and I chose this name because I believe that it's special to me, but also it can be special to everyone else and be a blessing to everyone else. And of course, we all like to save money. So who wouldn't want to be part of something where you can save money and also create experiences, create memories? But yeah, thank you all for coming once again. And I hope that each and every one of you on this call, from my business, from Dylan's business, from David's business, all of you will be blessed and all of you will help us to help you create better memories. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I couldn't have rounded that up even any better. That was amazing. And for someone that said they're nervous, I didn't see any nervousness. So well done. I can see the chats going already, and people are saying that they're thinking of the next holidays for you three. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you, because at the end of the day, I started this business in my late 20s slash early 30s. So to be doing this business at such a young age, I think the youngest out of three of you is 20 years old. Like, that is incredible. To be able to have this knowledge, to be able to have this leverage at that young age, that is powerful in itself. And if anything, I'm excited for all that you all are going to achieve by the time you're in your 30s, because that is truly setting up that testament, setting up that business acumen for yourself. And I always say the Gen Zs are truly taking over in this business, because you can imagine there's no restrictions, there's literally nothing holding you back, and you have the gift of time to be able to achieve anything you truly want using this business, because best believe people are going to be traveling regardless of their age. So I'm so excited for each and every one of you, but most importantly, I'm truly proud of the three of you for taking the leap of faith, because it's not easy and you did it. So well done. Now that we have this out of the way, we're going to start off the call. But first things first, I can already see it happening, and I just want to amplify it a bit. Can we have the congratulations going for Love, Dylan, and David? I need them to feel that love. So every single one of you 85 people on this call, I need you all to put a congratulation in the chat. I need that chat to be flooded in with congratulations, with emojis, flying rockets, whatever you need to do to make this chat. Wow, I can't even read how fast it's coming through. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for engaging, for getting stuck in with this call. I really appreciate it. So thank you from the depth of my heart for just taking part and making these gentlemen feel that that excitement for their own businesses. Wow, this is incredible. I love that. Thank you so much. So let's jump straight into what this call is about, because that's what you're here for. You need to know, how can I support these gentlemen? What are they doing? I'm hearing travel, but what exactly are they doing? And next thing, obviously, I need to introduce myself. So my name is Cynthia. I need you all to know who you're talking to, because you're going to be hearing from me throughout the night. So I need you to know who you're talking to. So my name is Cynthia. I am a director in our travel business. And even whenever I say that, I get emotional, because prior to this business, similar to when Love said that he's quite shy, that is me. Literally, I am such a shy person. So being able to sit in front of you all and talk about something so incredible as this business, it tells you a lot. It tells you that this is not my nature, but being able to do that, it shows the importance of this business and the importance of the message that I'm here to actually pass on to each and every one of you. So please stay tuned, get a drink of water, and actually stay plugged into this call. So I can see 85 people on here. I hope when we close this call, we'll actually have 85 people still on this call, because that would be incredible. I need you all to actually grab what we're able to say, and actually just imagine that you're here for an event for these young gentlemen, to support them. I wouldn't want you leaving early. Okay, so just to say that right now. So my name is Cynthia. I am a director here in the business. And what that essentially means, it means that I've gotten to a level, both in the travel field, in the travel booking settings, and also in the business side of things. So I have booked over £100,000 worth of holidays for my clients and maintained that high clientele over the years. I've been doing this now for 5 years, to the glory of God. And as well as that, I've been able to grow a community of over 250 women and men in this incredible industry. And one thing that I love about this industry is that anybody can do it. No matter where you're from. I grew up in Ireland. I moved over to the UK, and this business found me. Prior to this business, I was a social worker. So that's why I went to uni for. I did my undergrad, did my master's, did everything that I was supposed to do, as they say. I did everything, got married, had the whole 9 yards. Okay. But I knew that there was more to my life. I didn't just want to be a social worker till I was 65 and that be it. I knew that I wanted more of my life. I wanted to have something that, lit my soul on fire, as they say. And working as a social worker, I was making good money and everything, but I still felt like, is this just going to be it? And when I had my young son, I was pregnant at that time. That was where everything kind of started, when things start shifting, when God knows that you're outgrowing your level, things start making you uncomfortable in that level. That's what was going through with me. So at that level, I was going through like bullying in my office, an office that was wonderful before. The minute I said I was pregnant, everything changed because they knew that indefinitely I would have to go on maternity leave. So everything changed. My cases increased. It was just a nightmare. And that pushed me out of my comfort zone. I was like, you know what? I'm not coming back here. I need to start having a plan B. So I started thinking about what could I do while I'm away from this, system, from this whole 9 to 5 hierarchy. What can I do outside of here to make money? As well as that, before I went on maternity leave, we lost one of our colleagues. She was in her late 50s and she passed away. And that as well just got me thinking, this cannot be life. This lady has worked for over 25 years. She's been one of our, longest social workers in our team. And now she's passed away and life moved on. The speed at which her cases were reassigned, I even got some of her cases. And that was what shocked me. I was like, this woman is gone, but life has carried on. Her cases has been reassigned. Like, we had a moment of silence, but that was about it. And I just knew that, okay, I've been working since I was 17. This cannot be all that there is to me. And that there and then I started praying. I was like, God, I need something that can give me my time back, I can claim back my time. And I think it's something that a lot of us millennials and Gen Zs are thinking. We're thinking outside the box. We've seen our parents work to their 60s and we're like, we want more for ourselves. And right there and then I started praying. I didn't know what it was going to be like. I didn't know if I was going to do Amazon, FBA, maybe be an influencer on social media, even though I didn't have much following because, as I said, I'm quite shy. I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I trusted God. And one day, just like so many of you on this call, I came across a lady on Instagram talking about how she's earning from the travel industry. And first things first, as a lot of the gentlemen said, I thought, okay, these scammers are out to get me again. And I was like, I'm not falling for this. But I said, you know what? Something in my heart said, okay, you're praying for something. Now something's been presented to you. Why not you listen? And I was like, okay, let me give this a shot. So I tried, I listened and heard everything. And I was like, you know what? I do this already. I book holidays for my friends. I book holidays for my sisters. I book holiday for myself. I can do this. And then I took that leap of faith. The rest is history. 5 years later, I'm literally one of the award-winning, travel directors here in the UK and Ireland. Like, the amount of things that I've been able to achieve, I look back and it can only be God. So I literally know that when God literally says, listen, move, I literally take it with every breath of that word, because had I not moved out of my comfort zone, my life would look a lot different right now. Okay. Even in terms of being like the first of, I'm a lot of firsts here in the UK. And when I became a director, I looked around and there weren't a lot of people that looked like me that were directors, because as you can imagine, it's quite a Caucasian, heavily dominated industry. And I was like, why is that? So I went on a mission that I was like, okay, you know what? We need to break that stigma, or break that ideology that you only put and pay into this industry. You can actually earn from it. And that's a lot of things that our people didn't know. They were like, okay, I buy my ticket, I buy my flight, I do all this, but they didn't think that somebody else is earning from that. it's just that disconnect. And that was what we started putting together. And to the glory of God, over 250 people coaching and mentoring. And I mentor for free. A lot of people actually charge for the amount of mentoring that we do, but I do that for free. We do that for free here in the UK. But honestly speaking, this business has done more for me and my family, for the community, more than I could put into words. And that's literally what drives me. Seeing these young gentlemen, knowing that in the future, they're going to be the leaders in their own right. It just fills me with so much joy. You need to see our event, the amount of Gen Zs, 18, 19, 20-year-olds taking stage, saying that they're now earning six figures from doing something that we currently do and no one earns from it. But they're taking the center stage, saying that now they're earning six figures. Some are even out earning their parents before they turn 20. So that gives me so much joy, because I know that the future is so bright for Dylan, Love, and David, especially in this industry. So we're going to jump straight in. That's a bit about me. So we're going to jump straight in now. Thank you so much. So why travel? Why travel? That is something that a lot of people always ask. They were like, why travel? Of all industries to be in, why travel? And my question back is, why not travel? Because this industry is actually one of the most lucrative industries out there. A lot of people do not see the money exchange that happens in the travel sector, but it is one of the most lucrative industries out there. For reference, in the UK, the travel sector is worth 147 billion pounds. I'll repeat that. The travel sector in the United Kingdom is worth 147 billion pounds. If you let that sink in, you will know the amount of financial exchanges happening in this industry. The owner of Booking.com is laughing to the bank every single month because of the amount of money that they are cashing in. Same with Skyscanner, same with all these airline industry, same with Love Holiday. But the thing about it, we are taking that back. We are becoming travel business owners. So instead of that money going to the likes of Booking.com, Love Holiday, Expedia, any of those, that money is going to us. That's essentially how the industry works. We become that travel agent that is the middleman that money goes to. Okay. So I always love to ask this question. Is there anyone on this call that have booked any form of holiday in the last 12 months? Put a me in the chat. Put a me in the chat if you are on this call and you know that you've booked any holiday. And you gentlemen, feel free to put your numbers as well, because I know Dylan said that he's made a booking quite recently. In the last 12 months, if you've made any booking, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, let's go with 1. Put a 1 in the chat. I can see so many ones coming through. That lets me know something. Look, it's literally still flying in. That lets me know something. It shows that people are booking. Our people are booking so much holiday, especially post-COVID. The record numbers of people from, our demographic, people from, the younger generation, people for even the older generation that are discovering that, life is too short. I need to go out there and actually explore more of the world. People are booking holidays, but the disparity still remains that people are not earning from holidays. They're just paying into it. So every single one of you that put the 1 in the chat, thank you so much for engaging with me. But one thing is clear. None of you made any payment, or none of you got paid for doing that. And that is the difference. Whereas if myself, Dylan, Love, David was to actually do the exact same booking, the difference is we would make that money. That money is there sitting down. It would just go to the provider that you used. So for example, if any of you, let's just use Abel that I can see on the call. If Abel had made a booking on Booking.com, guess who's making that money? Booking.com. If he had done a booking on Love Holiday is making that money. And that's just how the game works. So it's all about knowledge, and that's what we're here to share, right? Okay, now talking about our company, essentially, so that you know that these gentlemen are actually certified and accredited. So we are partnered with the #1 host agency in the world, right? It has been around for over 35 years. Over 35 years, it has been around in this industry. It has dominated the sector, and it was actually the first company out there 35 years ago that decided to enable the everyday people, doctors, lawyers, bankers, teachers, social workers like myself, students, to be able to earn from the travel industry. And it did that 35 years ago. Okay. And fast forward to now, what it does for us essentially is it enables us, it equips us with the essential licenses. So in the travel sector right now, there are 4 licenses that every single travel provider needs to have. They're called APTA license, IATA, ATOL, and CLIA. CLIA is for the cruising sector. And these 4 licenses, if you do not have those licenses, you cannot practice as a travel agent. You will get shut down. So we all have, including the gentlemen on here, they have done their training. They've gotten their certificate. They are certified travel agents. They're not just people that woke up yesterday and decided to do a side hustle. They got trained. A lot of them have been in the business for months, doing their training, getting certified, getting equipped so that should any booking of any form come to them today, they would be able to handle that booking. Okay, so you need to have that rest assurance, that peace of mind that these gentlemen have all their certification down packed, that they're able to book. If you can book on booking.com, best believe you can book with them. Okay, and as Dylan said, the prices are fantastic, and we're going to show you some of those prices tonight. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay. But as well as that, something that I always say is that this business is more than just booking holiday. We also have the marketing side of things, which allows the everyday person to be able to earn an incredible amount of money as well from, having that, sending out their affiliate links, and then the affiliate links then generates the money. But I'll go into that a lot more. And just for context, our CEO, Mr. Donald Bradley, he actually has paid out over 300 million pounds in commission to people that are part of this business. Just for context, that we are literally earning. There's a reason why I have left social work. I'm earning everything and more that I was earning as a full-time social worker. I'm doing that now in this business, thanks to this business. But the plus side is that now I'm able to be there for my children. And my daughter has never missed any day that mommy was not here. And that parent that is attending the pickups, the drop off, being in the assembly and everything, like things that I really desperately wanted to do, especially when you don't have family. Like I grew up in Ireland. My parents live in Ireland, but I live all the way here in the UK. I have no family to look after them for me. So being able to be present for them, that is something that I cannot put into words, the power of this business. Okay. Another thing, a lot of people are not aware that the travel industry is actually the #1 researched industry online. It is literally, you can search it on Google or ChatGPT for free. It is the #1 research industry online. So imagine how proud, how fulfilled that each and every one of us know that we are, working in an industry that is so highly sought after. It makes you realize that you have that job security for life. Okay. Yeah, you have that job security because you're working for yourself. These gentlemen, especially as they're starting their business, as every single one of you are going to be supporting them with their business, bringing those bookings that you otherwise would have taken to booking.com or Love Holiday. As you put it to them, you're supporting their travel businesses to thrive. Okay. And it allows them to have a flexible working model where they work from their phones, their laptops. A lot of them could be on holiday. Dylan's about to head off on holiday, but he's still going to be earning while on holiday as he goes to Malta. So it just gives you that context that you do not have to, be at home on the laptop or anything. You can earn remotely. You can be a digital nomad from this industry. Next slide, please. And what did they get access to? I touched on a few of it essentially, but I'll go over again. So they got the state-of-the-art personalized booking portal. So they have their own booking portal. Each of them has their own booking portal that allows them to book every single thing you can think of online. They can book it, okay? And they can get you even fantastic rates. They have access to over 100 suppliers. This is what you get access to if you get your license. You have access to 100 suppliers. You have your own website. You're able to book flights, hotels, cruises. The lists are truly endless what you can book. They also have access to customer service, 7 days a week customer service access. They also have sales and marketing materials. So think about booking.com, Jet2 Holidays, TUI, they have marketing materials like flyers, like booking flyers. You're going to see a lot of them now that they're launching their business. You're going to see a lot of these flyers as they're going to be sharing it out in their various chats, right? And they were trained, as I mentioned. Oh, thank you, Jolly. This is nice. I love seeing the random, flying celebration going through. And they have that on-demand agent training that allows them to stay on top of all the industry standards and training and accreditation that keeps them up in a great level of understanding throughout their career as travel agents. And what can they book? A lot of people always ask this question: can they book my flight? Can they book my hotel? Can they book my cruises? And my answer is yes. So they can book flights, as you can see on screen. They can book cruises. They can book hotels. They can book holiday packages. So if you want to go on a package holiday to Turkey or to Egypt, they can book it for you. They can book tours and airline tickets. They can book hotel rooms. They can book literally different things all over the world. Okay. They can even book apartments and villas if you want to stay in a villa rather than a hotel. They can book sports and entertainment ticket. This one's an exciting one because a lot of people do not realize it. But the sports sector is actually falls under the tourism sector. So think your football World Cup is starting any day now. Okay. So think about that. They can book World Cup tickets. They can book Premier League tickets, Championship. They can book even Formula One tickets. Okay. Different, all the sporting sector you can think about, they can book it. Okay. Even entertainment tickets. So think concerts, think festivals, think Afro Nation, like different festivals all over the world, even the ones that happen here in the UK. They can book every single one of that. So I do not want you to have any limit to what these gentlemen can book for you. I would rather you ask them. And then Jolly says this is getting even better. Absolutely. It is getting so better because I didn't even know that the concert and the sports tickets, they fell under the tourism sector. So I was pleasantly shocked by that. Okay. And as well as that, they can book airport parking. So if you want to park your if you want to park your car in the airport before you take off, they can book that as well. You can book, the lounge access, anything at all. And then while you're away on the holiday, so let's say you're in Morocco, for example, they can as well book your activities. So you want to do the camel riding, you want to do the quad bikes, you want to do the hot air balloon, they can book that for you. I hope I'm painting a great picture for what these gentlemen have access to, down to even things within the UK. So spa weekends, theatre breaks. So maybe London theatre to go watch Tina Turner or like Lion King. That's the one that I know I want to see any day now. Lion King, any of the theatre tape breaks, they can book that as well. The lists are truly endless to what they can book for you. So I don't want any of you to have any limitations to what you can bring to them. Even refer them to your friends. If you have a friend or someone in church that wants to book something, maybe they want to book, a cruise or something, please think about these gentlemen, because that's why they invited you on this call, so that you know what they have access to, you know what they can book. And now that you know it, as you go out into the world, if you come across people that want to book these things, you can now refer, oh, I have a nephew, I have a brother called Love that is a travel agent, and he'll do this for you in a fantastic way. Or Dylan or David. Okay. So always think about that and make sure that you refer them. So what do they have access to? I'm going to show you some prices now. So in the flight sector, we make about 5 to 10% of the actual price of the ticket. Hotels about 8 to 25%, cruises about 10 to 18%, tours about 12 to 16%. The concert tickets and the sports tickets about 10 to 12%. So do the maths. A lot of people are spending a lot of money on these trips. So if you do the maths on the commission, you can see how much is being taken by the website. Okay, next slide, please. Thank you. So these are some of the supplies in the UK and Ireland. And just bear in mind, Jolly, honestly, we need to employ you as literally our supporting club, because every screen you're just saying, wow, wow, wow. I love it. I love it. So Yes, I literally love your vibe, Jolly, already. So thank you so much for being just the best hype man in the comment section. So, or hype woman, sorry, I don't know your name. I don't know, if you're a man or woman. But this is the UK and Ireland partner portfolio woman. So yeah, your hype woman. Thank you very much. So these are the suppliers that we have access to. You can see so many of them you would not be familiar with because they do not book with, the general public per se. So you can see Royal Caribbean, you can see Santa's Lapland, you can see Disney, you can see Booking.com, TUI, Jet2 Holidays, Virgin Voyages, Royal Caribbean, MSC Cruises. The lists are truly endless. And if there's Booking.com as well, if there's any that you can't recognize, best believe they only have an exclusive relationship with travel agents, and that's why you don't know of them. Okay, next slide, please. And if you have any question, please keep your questions because we have a section for questions towards the end. Okay, so this is a side-by-side comparison because we're not just here to talk, we're literally here to show receipts as well. So you can see on the left-hand side, Booking.com. On the right-hand side is one of our suppliers called RateHawk. And as I said earlier on, the general public do not have access to these juicy websites because they only book with travel agents because they need us to stay competitive. So look at this. This person now would have thought that they got a wonderful deal, £5,300. But on our site, we're getting the same exact property for £3,075. Do the maths. Which one would you prefer? Okay. Do you see why I'm telling you that you need to make sure that you're booking with Dylan, David, and Love? Because they will be able to get you great prices because they have access to wholesale price within our sites. Okay. And it's literally like for like the exact same properties, the exact same dates, the exact same room type because it's a suite, the exact same everything. But they have access to this. Okay. The same on the right hand side. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say the travel agent that booked this would have made £461 just for doing a booking that would have taken them about 10 minutes to book. Because you can imagine when you go on booking.com, it's like bang, bang, bang. You know exactly what you're doing. You put it in and that's it, you book. So this took about probably 10, 15 minutes to book and they made £461. On the right hand side, Las Vegas, similar booking.com price, 1,442. And on the right hand side, our price was around 967. So do the math again. £475 discounted. Okay. And the commission that went to the travel agent was £145. Okay. I hope you're getting the picture right now. Next slide, please. Perfect. Okay. So these are the benefits that we get as travel agent because we're not just here to book for other people. We're also earning, we're also getting our own discounts, right? So as travel agents, I shouldn't be saying this out loud, but we actually get huge, juicy discounts when we go on our trips. So when the likes of David, Dylan, Love, when they go on their holidays, even if they're going as a trip or as a group, the rest of the group will pay a different price. But because they have their own travel business, they're going to pay a different discounted price. And this discounted price is only possible because they are working in the travel sector. That's how it works. If you're working for Zara, you would get Zara discounts. If you're working for another brand out there, H&M, you would get that discount. It's the exact same. We work for the travel industry, so we get travel industry prices. Okay, and we're talking up to 80%. You can literally see it right there. Okay, and these companies on the right hand side, yeah, Remy said probably free sometimes. Literally, you guessed it. That's what the golden ticket at the bottom actually means. We get free tickets sometimes. So we have a lady, I don't know if she's available to actually talk tonight, but if she is, she's going to give me the green light. But if not, I'm just going to tell you right now. So what the golden ticket there, the fourth column, what it actually means is that a tourism board of a country, for example, will actually contact our agency, our host agency, and say, I want to host, or our country want to host this certain amount of travel agents. And they would, do a competition or something, and a certain amount of travel agents will go and stay in that country. So one of our leaders in our community, her name is Madam Chi Alex. I don't know if she's here right now, but she actually got nominated to go to Malta quite recently, I think last month, and she got to stay in a 5-star property for free. Her flights, her hotel, her transfer, she was chauffeured around in a very nice, Uber X. Yeah, she literally got a really nice, chauffeur that was waiting for her outside the airport, everything. She got the meals, everything paid for, okay? Just because she has her travel license, nothing else. So I say that to say, a lot of you out there, you literally do this already. You know that you're good at booking holidays. The difference is for you to come and start getting paid for the same thing that you are currently already doing. Okay, sorry. So that is literally it. You're doing the same thing as we currently do, but we're getting paid for it. We're getting perks for it. So imagine myself and let me just pick someone in the chat right now. So myself and Franklin, we're in the hotel right now, right? I'm with my family. Franklin with his family. I can bet you that I would get about 70 to 80% discount for the exact same hotel. And then when I arrive at the hotel, they would also give us perks. So the perks work in form of either an upgrade, or they're going to throw in a meal for us. So one of the ladies in our chat a few days ago, she actually put in that she booked for a hotel for breakfast only. And then when she arrived at the hotel, she was offered an upgrade. As well as the upgrade, she also was offered all-inclusive handbands, because if you go to all-inclusive resorts, a lot of them give you the wristbands, and she got that for free. A lot of us would have spa training for free. Basically, the hotel are trying to sweeten and butter us up, because they know that we send clients to them. They have that relationship with us. We're not the member of the public. We are literally going to bring business to their hotel. That's why they invest into us by giving us free stays, by giving us upgrades. And these are massive upgrades. Sometimes when you do the math in the discount for the upgrade, you're talking hundreds of pounds that you've literally gotten for free, right? So just to give you that context. Next slide, please. Okay, perfect. So these sites specifically right now, it is only travel agents that can actually be on that site. Okay. What this site allows us to do is allows us to go on the site and we log in. And the only people that can log into this are like travel agents, air hostess, air host, pilots, people that work in the airport, people that work for airline industries. We all fall under the same travel sector. And then we have this website. So any of you right now screenshotting this site, I got you. Because best believe you can screenshot all you want, but you cannot access the site because you need a login details. You need a travel agent login details to even get in, right? So look at the price on screen. Thailand for as low as $11. Do the math in pounds or euros, depending on where you're joining from. Now, look at the one that made my eyes pop, because what do you mean Maldives for as low as 39 US dollars? That's like 25 pounds per night for a stay in a 5-star property in Maldives. Like, make it make sense. You cannot get access to these prices anywhere online. I had a lady that actually listened to this info and she said, Cynthia, I have no interest in booking a holiday for people, but just to get these deals, I'm going to get my site. And I told her, why not? Why not? Like, you're paying enough anyway, So just the discounts alone makes so much sense. And it shows the power that having this knowledge, and that's why we're here. We could just do a wonderful, oh, here's what you can do for them and go. And then we haven't empowered any of you with knowledge. But we said, you know what? Let's empower you all with knowledge so that what you decide to do with that knowledge is totally up to you. But at least you know that there's different ways of, saving money, especially if there's any of you on this call that you're like, I can get any great deal. Best believe you have not seen great deals like the deals that we get access to. Okay, next slide, please. And these are not just exclusive to these countries. You literally have all the countries in the world, and you literally just, scroll to the ones that you want. So you can see the people on the screen right now. These are people from our community. And for context, we have as young as 18 years old. We have as old as 74. We have a gentleman that's 74 years and a lady that is 70. She's a retired nurse. So you can imagine the range of experience that we have in our community. This isn't a business for just the Gen Zs or the young ones or millennials. You can have this in business across any age that you want. As long as you like booking holidays, you like earning, you like saving money, why not? So the lady on the left hand side, she did a booking for Thailand. As you can see, feel free to zoom into it. And she did that booking for £7,779, and she made a whopping £1,166. And look at the last line, because that's what it's about. She said, this booking took me 35 minutes to complete. How many of you on this call, please put a me in the chat, because I would want to know what you do, right? Put a me in the chat if your work pays you for 35 minutes of work about £1,000. Please, I want to know what you do. Put it in the chat. Put a me in the chat. Let's see. Okay. The lady in the middle, I supported her with this booking. It took us about Jolly, honestly, you're already in this business in my books. I was about to say Jolly. The lady in the middle, she did this booking and I literally supported her with it. So I knew how long exactly it took her. It took her about 2 hours to do this booking. So, and she made a commission of £5,200 from this booking. And best believe she was actually going on the trip as a guest for a birthday. It was a destination birthday. You know, that's the trending thing right now. Everybody and their aunties are doing a destination birthday or a destination wedding or a destination something. So imagine if you know somebody that is planning a destination wedding next year or planning a destination birthday next year. You can literally leverage that right now and make sure that you are the one booking it, because that's what she did. She leveraged that and she went on to book that. So not only was she going for a birthday, she leveraged that and she ended up earning 5,000. These are literally screenshots from our chat. We're not making this up. £5,200 was paid to her for a trip that she was literally going. She didn't even know the guests. She only knew the celebrants. And there was over 120 people and she booked all their hotels. This is just from hotels. It doesn't even include flights or anything else. So that shows you how much this money would have just gone to booking.com or Love Holiday or whatever sites that they decided to book. So that should get you all thinking, how much have you actually lost out on all the bookings that you've been doing, probably in your adult life, for example? Okay. As well as that, you can see the lady on the right hand side. She's actually a medical doctor. Okay. And she's literally says sometimes the payment she makes, sorry, I have to laugh this because my younger brother is a doctor and I wouldn't want him to even hear this on this call, but she literally says she's been doing this for over 8 years, right? She obviously went to uni for 8 years and became a doctor. Now she's a GP. And sometimes the money she earns from her travel business actually is more or rivals that of her pay as a GP. So let that give you some context to how lucrative this industry is, because people around you are consistently traveling. These are all from her colleagues, like doctors like her friends, dentists, different people that are booking holidays, booking luxury holidays. She just decided to be the person booking it for them. And she's earning great amounts of money on the side by doing that. The gentleman on the right hand side, he did a booking £138, similar as well. It's all different ranges, but it all adds up. Next slide, please. There we go. Okay, so you can also see the lady on the left-hand side on her maternity leave, £1,500. The lady in the middle, £823. And the lady on the right-hand side, she's one of my mentees, and I work very closely with her. And I remember the way she screamed my ears. I literally told her, you should have given me warning before you just call me and scream. She was screaming so much. She was like, I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for over 20 years. And you mean to tell me all the holidays I'm always booking for my friend? She's like the designated booker. Every year, her and her friends, they go on holidays. And since she became a travel agent, she just decides to do what she's been doing for years and years. And this booking alone, 6,800. You feel free to zoom it. It's right there. She literally took the screenshot of how much she got paid into her account. £6,800 from something she's been doing, and something that so many of you on this call are currently doing right now, but not getting paid for it. Next slide, please. Thank you. So yes, similar to all the ladies and gents that I just showed, this lady as well, great commission that she earned from this booking. And this is probably one of the highest bookings that I've supported someone with. That's why I had to put it here, because I wanted it to show you that there is no limit to the amount of bookings that can be made. You start the business and you're like, oh, I don't know anyone that, is going on holiday, but you do not know someone that knows someone that knows someone's going to refer you to someone that is doing a massive booking. That's exactly what happened to this lady. She didn't know the person that was booking it. She was referred by her friend, and she ended up booking £107,000 worth of cruises. I don't even know how, like, it ended up being over 200 people going on that cruise ship. I'm like, how do people have 200 friends to go on a cruise wave? Like, I don't even understand. But she ended up booking it, and she made a killing, over £25,000 she made come through just commissions. Okay, and this is something that people are earning annually, and she earned that in one single booking. So just to give you context, these companies are making a killing off of things that we're doing for free. Next slide, please. Because if you think about it, if you did a booking of like 10K or 1K even, and all you'd get is thank you for booking, that's all they can give you. They literally tell you thank you very much for booking, and that's it. But we get a thank you for booking, but we get paid as a commission, as a thank you. Okay, so decide right now, if you're on this call, would you rather a thank you for booking, or you get a thank you and a check, or thank you and a commission payment? So you can see these companies online on the screen right now. So you can see Netflix, TikTok Shop, Starbucks, Amazon Express, Amex, Pretty Little Things, Boohoo, Revolut Card, Monzo Bank. They all have one thing in common. And what they have in common is the fact that they offer an affiliate marketing system embedded into their company, right? And 85% of companies out there have actually realized that it makes so much sense. Rather than recruiting or paying for advert on the TV, it makes sense to leverage into the affiliate, into the affiliate marketing system. Even HelloFresh, like the meal planning system, they all do this. So it's the exact same way with our company. They decided, rather than hire a recruitment company, why not just get people to have an affiliate link? And then if someone does something with the affiliate link, then they get paid for it. It's literally a win-win. Everybody earns, but the company obviously saves a lot of money. So we have that embedded into our company as well. It's a second company, as I mentioned at the start. So you have your travel agency, and then you have the affiliate business. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you. So these payments on here that you're going to see, they literally have nothing to do with travel booking. They are just purely from the affiliate side of things. Okay, so if you do the math, or if you're a maths girly or a maths gentleman like I am, you would know that if they're making this amount from just the affiliate side, and you just saw some examples of what people are making from the travel side, and you do the math and add both of them, you can imagine how much is being earned and like monthly by these people. So the gentleman on the left hand side, his name is David, as you can see on the screen. He earns what he used to earn annually when he started this business. He literally said he was a struggling photographer. He used to apply for jobs. No one would give him a job. So he just decided to do what he loved to do, which was photography, and start doing it freelance. And he said he didn't even used to earn up to 25K annually, right? And guess what right now he makes? He makes about £30,000 monthly. He's been doing this business now for 10 years. And not only him, his brothers are also in this business. So all together, they're all individually six-figure income earners, him and his three brothers in this industry. So I say that to say, this business does not care what background you're from, doesn't care what country you're from, doesn't care, what educational background you have or lack thereof. All it cares is, how hard do you want this? How long are you willing to work at your business, and how hard are you willing to work at this business? Because a lot of people, they see an online business and they're like, oh, I don't have to put in as much work as a physical business. But that's a lie. If you treat this business like an actual business, it will pay you like an actual business. The lady in the middle, similar, She earns about 4,002 from this business. And then she has her travel commissions as well. So she's earning easily over £6,000 monthly. The lady on the right hand side, similar to what I said about this business doesn't care about if you went to uni or lack thereof. She actually never went to uni. She didn't even complete her secondary school, right? But she said that a lot of people used to call her the black sheep of the family, that she wouldn't amount to anything, right? She'd probably just be on universal credit and just carry on living that way. But she came into this business, she saw this business for what it could do for her and her family. And she literally pulled her head down, worked at this business, probably got laughed at, probably got told that, oh, you know, your business is not going to amount to anything. But then she's been doing this now for 6 years and she earns nothing less than £15,000 monthly. She's one of my really good friends. So I know that for a fact. She literally sends us a screenshot of her earnings every single month to motivate us and keep us, you know, keep us knowing that the future will always be brighter. She earns over 15K. This is someone that didn't go to uni, didn't complete secondary school, but she was able to build something incredible, sustainable for herself and her family. So I say that to anybody on this call, you're thinking to yourself, oh, you know what? I don't know if this business will be good for me, or I never went to uni, or I didn't do good in school, or I'm not good at school. This business does not care. It is booking holidays. You know, you're already doing that already. Majority of you are already booking holidays right now. There's no extra skill set. It's not like Forex or anything where you have to learn how to be a day trader. No, you just learn how to do the basics that you've been doing, booking holidays for people. And honestly, this business will reward you more than you can imagine. Next slide, please. And if you have any questions, as I said, keep the questions because we're going to have that segment to actually answer all your questions as much as I can. Okay, so I'd have to come closer for this because it's actually very important, right? So if you didn't hear anything that I've mentioned so far, please pay attention to this because it is so important, right? See, I know it would sound good and I love that. So please, let's pay attention to this part because when I started this business, believe it or not, right, I didn't know about this. 1 second, I need to put my charger before my phone dies. Okay, there we go. So believe it or not, when I started this business, I actually didn't know about this. And this was one of probably my biggest regrets. I wish that I knew about this. So that's why I make it a point to tell people about this. Okay, so when you start this business, the business will essentially pay you, right? It'll pay every single person that joins business with you. Right. So when I started this business, I was actually quite, will I say, careless with these first 3 spots. And that's why I make it a point to make sure that people know what I didn't know. Right. So when you start this business, everybody gets what we call 3 spots. So Love has 3 spots because I know every single one of them do not have these spots filled in. That's why I have to make a point to let you all know about this. It's literally an insider secret. Right. So these are called millionaire spots. So Love has 3 spots. Dylan has 3 spots. David has 3 spots. And what these 3 spots means is that the company will essentially pay you, right? Every single one of you on this call, any of you on this call, that you know that this business sounds amazing and I want to actually do it. Now, let me give you another thing to bear in mind. The company, our company, will essentially pay you monthly for being one of the first 3 people to get set up with these gentlemen. That is powerful. Now, let me tell you right now, if I knew what I know now, I would have got my mom set up as my first person, my sister second, and then either my cousin or my best friend for the third one. Right? Because the person that signed up with me, even though I love her to bits, because I've gotten to know her, she was just a good lady that saw the business online and she was like, I want to do this. And I was like, okay, here's my link. And she signed up. Right now, that lady gets paid within, sorry, please mute yourself, Chris. So she gets paid within 800 to £1,000 every single month. And I'm just a 1-star director. And there's about 7 stars. So when I become a 2-star director, which will happen this month by God's grace, what that means, she's going to be earning at least £1,500 for doing absolutely nothing. The only thing she did was be the first person that signed up with me. And there's 3 spots, so 1, 2, and 3. So if my sister had signed up 4th, she would not get a penny. Of course, she would go on to build her business and earn, but having that opportunity to earn from work that you didn't do just because the company wants to reward you. Like, that is a no-brainer. Even if I could go back in time, the lady that signed me up, I would have told her, listen, am I one of your first few spots? If I'm not, take your link and be going. I don't want your link, keep it. But I didn't know this, and that's why I'm literally telling you, I'm giving you guys free game. Make sure that if you want to get set up with this business, that you grab Love, Dylan, or David's first three spots. You cannot put yourself at a disservice for being on this call and not taking that leap, right? So, how to make it fair? Right, every single one of them have individual links, right? And then in 2 slides, because I'm literally done, I only have 2 slides left, so bear with me. I only have 2 slides left, but at the end of those 2 slides, I'm going to let them know that they need to pop their link in the chat. So they're going to pop their link in this chat. They're going to pop their link in the WhatsApp chat. And what that does, it gives everybody free game. May the fastest finger win, essentially. The fastest finger will essentially grab those first 3 spots. And this is literally the fairest way to do it. Because obviously, Love signed up. He has his, his auntie got him in the business and whatnot. Dylan has his mom. So they already have those, they already have the people in the business, right? So that is the fairest way to make this business as fair as possible. So the 3 gentlemen actually have their link, and I will let them know when to pop it into the chat. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If anyone needs any further questions, please let me know. But for context, I have a director colleague, because when we become a director, we're literally in a different group chat and everything, because now we're like the top 2, top 3% of the entire company, right? And there's a lady in that chat, and she said, I am a 5-star director. So if for context, I'm a 1-star director, right? She's a 5-star director, right? So she's earning probably she earns about £250,000 annually, minimum, right? That's how the business works, right? You get paid in tiers. So she says the lady that signed up with her, because that is her best friend, that lady earns £5,000 every single month. She could be in Barbados. She could be, because the lady's a teacher. She could be working as a teacher. At the end of the month, that money would drop in her account. And it doesn't matter what she's done, if she's booked any holiday that month, if she hasn't booked any money, it is a bonus that comes directly from the company to essentially say thank you. Because it's easy for people to want to join me in business because I'm a director, I'm doing the things. But to see Dylan, David, Love, that are literally starting their business, and to say, okay, I want to join you. I want to do this with you. Let's do this together. It takes a lot of guts to be able to do that. And that's why the company essentially rewards that guts. Okay, because not everyone has that foresight to say, okay, I believe in this gentleman enough that we're going to do this together. I'm going to join them. I'm going to partner with them. Let's do this. Let's grow the business together, or let's just, work our business in tandem, sidelines, and work our business. So yeah, that's essentially it. Next slide, please. So we have something. This is the last slide, I promise. So do not go anywhere. Okay. Thank you for staying onto here. But do not go anywhere. So this slide essentially is talking about the Planet Marketing Pledge. And what is that, right? And I know you 3 of you are Gen Zs, and this might not be something that matters to you. But I best believe that there are people that are mature on this call. Maybe your aunties, your uncles, your friends, your well-wishers on this call. So the company actually has a plan. It's called a Planet Marketing Pledge. And what essentially means is that in the event that someone was to pass away, I'm not going to say you or any one of us on this call, by God's grace. Okay. So if any person on this as a director in our company was to pass away, the company will continue to pay their family every single month. When I heard that, I got goosebumps because I knew the gravity of that sentence, right? Because how many of you on this call, if you've been working for 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 20 years for a company, can proudly say that if something, God forbid, was to happen to you tomorrow, your company will continue to look after your family? Not a lot of people can say that. And I'm going to give you an example. My sister-in-law, she's from Kenya, and her mom was working for British Airways for over 25 years. British Airways, the #1 airline in the UK, right? That have money, they're minted. right? But this lady passed away. Can you believe that this same British Airways, I told them they should have dragged them online, dragged them by their coattails on social media, they would have gotten reparations. But just for context, let me talk about this. After working for 25 years for British Airways, and they have a policy in their system that every staff of theirs will kind of get like if they pass away or if they need reparations, they need to be repatriated back to their home country. They will do that for free. But guess what? They didn't do that for her. They said because she had cancer and she was in hospice, that nullified that contract. So someone that had dedicated 25 years of her life, they still didn't have the common decency to repatriate her body back to Kenya. The family had to still pay £14,000 for her body to be taken back home. And this is someone that had given that much of her life to that company. So I say that to say these companies do not care. If anyone on this call do not know that, let me be the first to break it down for you, that these companies do not care. That co-worker of mine that passed away, even our manager didn't have the common decency to go to her funeral because she wasn't bringing in value no more. Okay? But this company has said, listen, we are here to work with you to build generational wealth for your family. And that's something that matters more than anything I'm earning today. Being able to build generational wealth for my family, for my kids, sign me up. I was like, sign me up immediately. Because what do you mean? Because I know that I don't have, generation. I don't come from generational wealth. Like, I'm not a trust fund baby. I don't have trust funds set up for me. But best believe, thanks to this business, I'll be able to set up that for my children. Because God forbid, if everything was to happen to me, my business will still be paying them every single month. And for context, in the UK, we had a lady, a director that passed away. A lovely lady, passed away 3 years ago. Can you believe? Since 3 years ago till today, every single month, her husband and her children get paid from this company. And the money has not decreased. If anything, it has increased in the last 3 years. That gives you, if there's any of you on here that probably has kids or hope to have kids in the future, that should give you like a realization that, wow, okay, if I had an Amazon company, if anything happened to me, that Amazon business is just going to fold into itself. But in this case, you're building a business that will outlast you. You're building a business that will live longer than you could ever live on this earth. That is powerful. Okay. And on that note, I'm going to end this call, but I also want to give an opportunity for every single one of you on this call to do one last, bear with me, one last trivia with me. Don't go next, please. One last trivia with me, right? How much do you think it costs to have this business? Put it in the chat. How much do you think it costs to have your travel agency license? How much do you think? Pop it in the chat. I want, humor me, please. There's no answer that is right. There's no answer that is wrong. Put the answer in the chat. How much do you think it costs to have your travel agency franchise in the UK or in Ireland, if you're in Ireland? Okay, how much? How much? I want to see. No answer is a silly question. Please pop it in the chat. Don't leave me hanging. Lara, oh my God, you must be a trust fund baby to even guess that. Okay. Let's go. Please, let's see the options. Let's see the options. Keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. Tyree said 1K. Oh, wonderful. How much do you think, for people that are joining in, how much do you think it cost? Someone just guessed right, but it's because they can see it on screen. Someone said 250 euros. Thank you, Zamar. Samsung said 800. I don't know your name. It's just coming up as Samsung. Said 800. Remy said 2,500. Hey, you guys are rich. Gifts, I can't see, 15K. Tolu, you have money. Okay, Praise said 1.5, 1,500. Samsung said 3K. Yemisi said 5,000. How much? The laughing emojis are coming in. Okay, how much do you think? No one has gotten close. I think the person that has gotten, I have one person that has gotten closest. So guess, okay? This is one opportunity where we get to, have fun on this call. So it's not a stiff call, this is not a boring, stiff call. We're here to have fun. Okay, this is a party. We have the drinks flowing, we have the jollof rice flowing. Yemi or Joe, oh, you already know this because that is too close. That is too close. That is too close. So you definitely know you have insider secrets. You've squeezed the information out of one of the lads launching today. That's how you know. Okay, so next slide, let's go so that we can have drum roll, please. I can't do a drum roll, just imagine a drum roll in your head. Okay, so we have 156 pounds. Yeah, I know, you're shocked. You're shocked, especially all the 5K people. All the 5K people like Yemi C, all the Samsung that was saying 3K praise. You know, Tolu is already has the emoji, the shocking emoji, because she gets 15,000 pounds. You have money. Okay, Remy gets 2,500. Yes. How shocked do you all feel? How shocked do you feel to know that this costs 156 pounds? I was so shocked. I was like, what do you mean? You know, the wig I have on is more than 156 pounds, and that's not making me money. Okay, we need to think about assets. How can I build assets? How can I have something that builds assets for me? People go to Costco, go to Lidl, go to Aldi, and they spend more than 150 pounds, and that's only going to end up in their belly. Okay, but you have a business that is going to generate wealth for you and your family. 156 pounds. How incredible is that? And for our counterparts in Ireland, 187 euros. Okay, so that we just needed to let you all know, so that if there's any of you that are on the verge of making a decision to get started with these gentlemen, now you know the price. Okay, so Love, Dylan, and David, do you have your links? Give me a thumbs up if you have your link. Love, that wasn't a thumbs up. There we go. That's the thumbs up I was looking for. Okay. Dylan, do you have your link?
Yeah, I'm just getting it ready now. Yeah.
Perfect. You know what we could even do to speed things up? Anybody that wants the link, right? Message Love, Dylan, and David right now saying, I want the link. Okay? Just message them right now and they will give you the link. All right, message them right now saying I want in, or I want the link, or send me the link, or run me the link, you know, whatever lingo the Gen Zs are using these days, you know, or just say link, you know, no need for pleasantries, just get straight to the point. Say link me right now. Okay, so I can see the lads looking down at their phone, so the links are coming free. So if you get a link, Love, Dylan, and David, if you get a link, please get them connected with your leader right now so that they can set them up and get them sorted. But honestly, the slide is over. You guys can breathe a sigh of relief. You know, yes, people are literally typing in the chat, I want the link. I love it. Please message the gentlemen on the call. Oh, I think they messaged me privately saying they want the link. Please message the gentlemen that you are on here, because you came on this call, you got the link for this call through somebody, right? You didn't just float into this call, right? So message that person right now that you want the link. If you have a question, please, now is the time to ask the question, because we're officially done, okay? So if you have any questions, please unmute and ask your questions. The floor is officially open for questions. Okay, and sorry, I forgot to say this part as well, which is quite important as well. After a month, sorry, just give me one. Right, so the bottom in white, it is very important for you to note that if you're in America, if you're in Ireland, if you're in the UK, look at the bottom line. It is quite important, right? So 30 days, you have a 30-day money back guarantee, which allows you to make your decision, to look into the system, see if this is actually for me. Okay, a lot of people always obviously go on to have their business and develop their franchise and build incredible businesses for themselves. But you know, you get the odd one or two that has the cold feet. Okay, But essentially, your business after 30 days develops into a business because now you've got the 30-day money back has passed, right? And what that does is that you now start running your business. So the business actually has a running cost, a very small running cost, okay? And what does this cover? It covers the running day-to-day cost of your business. Every business out there has a running cost. If you have a physical business, okay, I have a lot of business owners in my family. So we have a restaurant, we have a shop, we have a boutique in my family, right? And I know for a fact that it costs nothing less than £5,000 to run these businesses on a monthly basis, to pay for the staff, to pay for the rent, to pay for water bill, to pay for internet access, to pay for so many little niggling things every single month. But our business, to the glory of God, like 5 years in, and every single month, it has only been £46. And best believe, after, I always say, after month 1 or month 2, your business starts paying for itself, right? Because now you're booking holidays, now you've launched, now you're getting those referral payments. And one referral payment can cover your monthly cost already. And on a month, an average month, I get like, okay, let me not say how many multiple referrals that I get every month, but sometimes I get like on a day 5. So you can imagine the business already pays itself. Okay, so that £46, I don't want you to limit anybody on this call. Do not let that limit you, because that is only £1.20 a day. You can't even get McDonald's, super meal burger for that. Okay, even the cheapest thing, the cheapest coffee out there is about £2 or £3 something. So your business, it runs on less than a coffee every single day. And this is a business that can create generational wealth for you. We have 8 millionaires in the company in the UK alone. Okay, and all those people started off with £156. The same £156 that you're about to start now made somebody a millionaire. All right, but you can't do that if you didn't take that leap of faith. Okay, and when I started this business, when I wasn't earning 1 cent, the second month I paid the £46. Now that I'm earning multiple thousands, the same £46. So it gives you context. Your business will pay for that money. Okay, so if you have any questions, please, right now is the time to ask your questions. So please unmute, don't be shy. If there's any chat questions in the chat, please, someone can let me know. Okay, Yemisi says, sounds so good. Wonderful. I'm happy that it does to you. Thank you. Okay, so any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Don't be shy, please. I do not bite. Ask your questions. Come on the box. Unmute yourself. Okay, and ask your question.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hello, lovely. Can you introduce yourself? I can't see you.
Driving. I'm sorry. I was just called to work, so I'm driving. So I'm just gonna be quick. I hope you can hear me.
What's your name, lovely?
Jolly. It's not
Jolly.
Jolly.
Jolly, my girl. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Wow, thanks for doing this. I'm already I'm bought in this, like 100%.
Wow. Who did you come here for?
Sorry?
Who did you come here for? Who's
Dylan.
Dylan. Okay, lovely.
Yes, he's my in-law. Very respectable young man. Yes.
Oh.
So let's say I decide that it's something also I would like to do through Dylan. Would I be paying something monthly to Dylan, or does it just come like for him automatically? Will I be like making a monthly pay to him, or how does it work? Or is it just
not at all?
Business?
It's a cashless company. We don't touch anybody's money at all. So you purchase your travel agency license from the host agency. And that's what that link is. So that link gives you access into the host agency to purchase your license, to be your own travel agency license. And when you come in, I will get access. Myself and other leaders in our community will mentor you for free. We do not charge for our mentorship at all. Okay. So you will be mentored by the likes of myself, even other mentors that are more successful than me. You will have access to every single one of us. And then you can decide what you want to do with your business. And one thing I always say is, I'm a Nigerian, right? And there's a saying that said, overtaking is allowed. You can overtake not only Dylan, you can overtake me. You can even overtake me. I implore you, come and overtake me, because I say that to say a lot of people always have that limiting belief that, oh, I can't when I come in the business, or how am I going to thrive? No, I overtook the person that brought me to business very quickly, and I now out earn her.
Right,
So
right.
it's so possible. Your destiny in this business is not attached to anybody. You can come in and tomorrow
Okay.
you literally be earning more than me. It all depends on your own
Okay.
individual hard work and your individual
Yeah.
connections, your individual tenacity, and how much you want this. So let me give you a context. The lady that is the number one income earner in our entire business, she earns 2 million annually. She lives in Hertfordshire in the UK, right? She's a mom of four. She earns £2 million every single year in this business. Can you believe when she started the business, there was already 65,000 people in the business? Right now, there's about
Wow.
300,000. But when she started, because she started about 6 years ago, when she started, there was 65,000 people in the business before she logged into the business. And she came into the business, and because of her own destiny, her own hard work, she overtook 65,000 people and became the number one income earner. So nobody has any connection to your own destiny and your own
Okay.
success in this
Okay.
business. Okay. So you might come
Okay.
in and
Wow.
what country are you from, lovely?
I am from Zimbabwe, but I'm based in Ireland.
Oh, lovely. Okay. So there is
Yeah.
currently no Black director in the whole of Ireland.
Okay.
None. Not even
There's none?
Jamaicans, not even African, nobody. And even I remember there was a time
Wow.
that they were attaching me to, even though I grew up in Ireland, my passport is Irish. I was saying that it's not fair for me
Yes.
to take that space as the Irish director because I do not live in Ireland right now. But even at
Mm,
that, there is no currently
mm.
living in Ireland Black director, even Asian. There's only just all the directors in Ireland right now are
Wow.
Caucasian women and men. So I say that to
Okay.
say you have your own, when you come into the business, I want you to come in with, I'm here and I'm here to create my own success, right? Independent of Dylan, independent of anybody in this industry. You create your success, you take what we
Okay.
give you, the mentorship, and you run with it. And you create something for yourself and your family in this business because the sky is big enough for every single one of us. And I will coach you, giving you exactly what I wish I knew when I started this business. We have a lot of ladies in this business. She's still in this call, hopefully. Her name is Tolexi. She started this business in January, right? Between January and May,
Mm-hmm.
what she achieved in this business between January and May took me 4 years to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be very honest with you. It took me
Wow.
4 years to achieve what she achieved in, let's say, 6 months. And why? Because she came in,
Wow.
she probably had a small, and if she was in this call, she's on this call. Let me allow her to unmute. Tolu, if you're able to unmute, please unmute and tell her about that story that you always tell people. Because when you come to this business, it's one thing to have a limiting belief for yourself and having a mentor
Mm.
that go on. Tolu, she's unmuted, so I'll allow her to talk. Hello, Tolu.
Hi, good evening, everyone,
Good evening, my lovely.
and congratulations to the lads. You're in the right place. Yeah, you're all looking very dapper. Yeah, I joined the business in hi Jolly. I joined the business in December. I'm a nurse. I work full time, specialist nurse in the UK. I have two kids, teenager now. I would say young teenagers. I run a very busy life. I have a catering business before I, got introduced into this business in December. Just like a lunch, a friend invited me to a lunch like this, and I'm like, wow, we go on holiday 3 to 4 times in the year. This is music to my ears. The kids are getting older, so we're paying more for them, and everybody's looking for ways to just, you know, pay cheaper and travel like VIPs. So yeah, I bought into this. Um, December is a busy period. Christmas, I was doing Christmas catering, Christmas orders, as well as working full time as a nurse and looking after the house as a mom, as a wife. Come January, I launched my business, and I remember having a conversation with the team. They were asking why I joined and things like that. And I said, well, maybe by June, I would see us, maybe building a team, start to build a team. And Cynthia said right there, to say, no, that your dream is just too small. You need to widen it. You need to be realistic. It's just too small. I'm sure you can do better than this. So the day I launched, people have not had this before. And they were like, what? Few people that really loved holidays came on board. We started building. I think about 4 people joined my team that night. By the end of the week, it was 5 people. Fast forward, first week in February, I had a complete team of 9, which we started building together. And, today I have a team of over 60. That's what this business can do for you. Somebody hears of it and like, wow, where have I been that I've not heard about this? Everybody likes traveling. I've never seen an empty airport. So it's not a business that would just, it's not a business that will go out of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And the host agency has been on, they've been around for over 35 years, tried and tested. So it's a lucrative business that we're in. I go on normal holidays and, when you book, you just enjoy it. So not to talk of when you are being upgraded and, you travel like VIP for a fraction of the amount. What's not to love, really? That's my short story.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And, it's just testament as having, when I started this business, it was a lot of trial and error. I was literally the first, like when I became a director, there was only 3 Black directors in the UK, the whole UK. Only 3. So you can imagine the trial and the tests that we went through. But now that I became a director, I was like, hold up, God has given me this opportunity to make crazy money in this industry right now. What am I going to do with this? Am I just going to gatekeep it to myself? I said, no, absolutely not. Now I'm going to send that ladder so that we can get more of our people. We need to get Zimbabweans. We need to get a first Zimbabwean director. We need to get male director. We need to get young Gen Z, our first Gen Z director. We have none in the UK. We have one lady. She joined this business at 19. By 21, she was earning 6 figures in this industry in 2 years, because of the power of being a Gen Z and having access to no limitations. I cannot wait for when Love, Dylan, or David, any of these gentlemen on here get up to a level of being a director and become the first young male director in our company. My goodness, what an incredible testimony that would be. So I say that to say, whatever you hope to achieve in this business, multiply by 10. Because it is so possible and the sky is big enough, and you have a mentor that is willing to give you everything that I've learned in 5 years. I give it into you so that you're able to do that in 6 months, like Tolu, or even do that quicker. I have a lady, her name is the chick, she's not on here, but she's achieved she's about to hit 2 months next week, Thursday. And she is what we call a director in training. And she would have done that in 7 weeks. What took me, as I said, like Tolu, took me 4 years to achieve. Now I'm coaching people and mentoring people to achieve that in record numbers. So I'm excited for every single one of you that is taking that leap of faith to get set up tonight. Best believe it's going to be the best decision you take in 2026. You can write that somewhere. Okay, so I'm excited for each and every one of you. I'm going to now get the gentleman to do a thank you so that we can let all of you go and support all the people that are getting set up, because I'm getting notifications on my phone that people are getting set up. I can see Dylan looking at his phone. I can see Love also getting set up. I can see the chats happening that I'm getting the notifications for, and as well as that, I can see the signups coming through. So we're going to jump off the call and support all the people getting set up so that they can set up properly and start earning before the end of the month. Okay, so over to you now, gentlemen. Next slide, please. Over to the next one as well. Thank you. These are the steps to get set up. It literally only takes 10 minutes to get set up. Okay, only 10 minutes to get set up. So now we're going to have the gentlemen to say their thank yous, and we're going to start with from the last up to the top. So over to you, Love, to do your thank you to every single person that is here to support you, and then we'll pass on to David and then Dylan.
Hello,
So
everyone.
pass to Dylan and then David. Sorry.
Oh, so
No, you, then Dylan, then David.
okay. Yeah,
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming, honestly, because like I said before, I was really nervous before this whole thing started. And even today, I was still feeling the whole, like, the nerves and everything. And I guess now that it's happened, the nerves have kind of gone down a bit. And seeing everyone here coming to support and help out with this business has kind of put my mind at ease, which I really appreciate. And I just want to say, let's make a great future together. Let's create great memories. And like I said, at the end of my welcome speech, help us so that we can help you. Thank you very much.
I love that. Help us to help you. Simply put. Over to you, Dylan.
Yeah, so once again, thank you guys for joining and coming to support. I hope you took something from this. I hope you enjoyed it. And like Love said, help us so we can help you. So yeah, thanks so much. And yeah, let's make money.
Thank
Thanks.
you. I love that. Straight to the point. Let's make money. That's what it's about at the end of the day. That booking.com cannot be eating all these commissions. If you lot are not going to get in the earning side of travel, the least you can do is give that money, give that commission, give that booking to, Love, to Dylan and to David. Over to you now, David.
I just wanted to say thank you all so much for your time and for joining and for listening. If anyone has any questions or anything, just let me know after. And now, thanks to this launch, I can book your holidays or anything that you want to do. I can book it for you now. And just want to say thank you all for listening and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much, David. We couldn't see your screen, but it's probably just a fluke. It happens to even myself. But thank you so much for that. And thank you all. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And I'm excited. I literally am excited for all that you all are going to create for your individual businesses. And every single one of the people on here, they've come on now to get front row seats for the launch of your business, so that in the future, when each and every one of you are earning six figures from your business, or even go on to become a millionaire in this business, all these people will be like, you know what? I was there at their launch, and look at them now. So that's the power of this launch. And I love doing calls like this. So yes, every single one of you on this call, thank you for staying on here to this time of the night. Like, this is incredible being on here. Okay. And as I said, you're either on the spending side of travel or on the earning side of travel. Okay. You've heard everything that we have to say tonight. I hope that you can make that transition from being on the spending side of travel to actually the earning side. Okay. And please let the gentlemen know if you are thinking, if you're ready to get started, message them ready, or to message them link. If you're still undecided, you still have some questions, please also ask them, because I can get on a one-to-one on a question with you. If you're shy, you don't want to ask on here, that's totally fine. I can get on a call with you. So let them know that you have questions. And then thirdly, if this is not for you, thank you as well for your time. As I said, if this is not for you, that's fair enough. But make sure that your future bookings, or if you're around people that are booking holiday, refer these gentlemen, so that money can transfer from booking.com or Love Holiday to their pockets. Okay. Have a wonderful night on behalf of myself, all the leaders on this call, and the gentlemen that just launched their business. Congratulations, and have a wonderful, wonderful night, everyone. Bye.
You.
Thank you,
so much.
everyone.
Yeah, thank
Bye.
you for coming, our friends. We appreciate.
You're welcome, everybody.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Tolu.